What is going on YouTube? Bryce Builds It All, and I am back, and this time I am really going to try to finish the wiring on my GS project. So I might do some time lapses, but I'm going to explain. In the last video I had it running with just this little main bus here and the wires put on it, just like a terminal distribution block, but that's not going to be my permanent solution. My permanent solution is actually going to be these aircraft circuit breakers, and in order to figure those out I'll have to do load analysis on all the circuits. But I took this here, this is a rivet fan, and if I just sort of open it up, it keeps an equal spacing for all your rivets. So what I did is I laid out my circuit breakers and I measured them as best I could, and then I took that rivet fan to lay out this little bracket. So this bracket is going to go right there, and the circuit breakers are going to go here, 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 and here. Okay, and this will now be my power distribution for the whole motorcycle. So if I carry this back over here, all that's really left is to enlarge these holes until the circuit breakers fit and then install it on the bike. So I'm gonna do that. All right, so I've got this all laid out, and in here I'm gonna go ahead and rivet in place. I have these rivets here. I'm gonna put the manufacturer head on the bottom side like this. I'm gonna put the shop head up here just because I think it'll look better. So I'm gonna get set up. I'm probably gonna move the camera over here, and then I'm gonna shoot it from this side so you can kind of see what I'm doing. No, bro. I dropped one. Now, fortunately for me, these rivets are really soft, so they're really easy to shoot, which is good because my air compressor is just about dead. But that's besides the point. There's that one. Like I said, they're really soft. These are like NR somethings. I had ordered rivets from Aircraft Spruce for the 172, and Aircraft Spruce sent me the wrong ones. So I kept them, obviously, because couldn't really return them. Well, I guess I could have, but I said whatever, I'll keep them. So I've been using them on this just because none of this is structural. All right, there's that one. Go ahead and pull these clecos out onto the next two. Good enough. Look at them. They're in there. So this one is coming off the ignition switch. So I got two wires coming off the battery. This white wire goes all the way up to the ignition switch, then coming back from the ignition switch to here. So that's what's going to power the whole bus. So now my charge wire for my charging system is going to go here, as well as my jumper from this terminal to each of the supplies, or what would be the bus for these circuit breakers. Now I couldn't turn them up on their end and use the actual metal bus bar because it wouldn't fit underneath the frame rails. So I had to turn them on their side. So I'm going to make a little jumper wire to go across. And what I'm going to do is I've got these three wires here. So this one's going to go on that first one. Then they're going to share a blue ring terminal here. And they'll share another blue ring terminal here. And then a red terminal on each end. And that will make my bus bar, my jumper wire, if you will. Okay, we have done a thing. Here is my jumper wire for basically what will be my main bus. These are my power wires for everything else. This is the battery off the key. So when I turn the key on, power is going to come in here to this first breaker. And then this is my main bus. So this is my charging system. This one right here is my ignition system. I'm gonna stagger these kind of like that. Let me see if I can get under here. So I'll kind of push one down and I'll push the other up so they're not really touching each other. And then this is gonna be my lights. I forget what this one was for, but this is for something else. I'll pull my wiring diagram up. But on my lights is probably gonna be the most extreme. I might just run two separate ones and use one for like the indication lights and whatnot, and then use the other one for the headlight and brake light. Haven't decided yet, but I'll figure that out. Go ahead and continue tidying things up. I think I might go ahead and just fix the voltage regulator and rectifier. I might fix all that next just because it's still kind of down in here. I had it up underneath here, but I think I'm going to move it back up to the top. I've got brand new hardware for it, so might as well. Slowly but surely, we are coming together. I have the voltage regulator and all that wiring tidied up in there. I'm going to kind of push this up in like this, and then I'll hose clamp everything in place so that it can't really move. All of this is going to get put in conduit eventually. All I have left to wire is the headlight, the horn, the brake switch, so on and so forth. But I've come down with some sort of stomach bug, so I'm not really feeling that good. So I'm going to go ahead and unload all my stuff because we got graduation tomorrow anyways. So I'm going to load all my stuff out of the truck, and I'm just going to go inside, and I'll postpone this video about a week, so this will come out next Wednesday. For y'all, that doesn't mean anything. For me, it means I'm just late a week again, which is quite annoying. But anyways, I'll see y'all soon. I'm alive and back like a week later. I'm going to wire up this brake light wheel switch and I'll explain what happened. But before I do that, there's been a little bit of progress off camera. I know I made my jumper wire in the last video. This wire right here, this white wire and this green wire are actually for my brake lights. I'm going to wire my headlights from this one. So I'm sending a power wire up here to the headlight if I can dig it out of here. So this is my headlight harness there. I've just got some temporary wires on the brake switch because the brake switch is not the right size. But this sort of pale white and yellow wire and this green wire are going to the brake light switch. This black and white wire is a little bit thicker, and that's actually what's going to power my headlight, high beam and low beam. It's LED, so it should be lower power, but anyways, like I said, some stuff has happened off of camera. I'm about at the point where I can connect this here. I'm going to connect that to the headlight, and then I am finally going to do some op checks of this wiring harness. So last week, I was working on the bike, obviously. What did I do with the crimpers? Oh, hang on. Okay, so last week, I was working on the bike, obviously, as you do, and I just started feeling like really gassed for some reason, like completely run down and just out of energy. So I was drinking lots of fluids, I was trying to get my electrolytes, I was trying to do that whole thing that you do, you know, when you're working outside in the heat. And I was just feeling more and more tired and more gassed. So eventually, right about the time I quit filming this video, I went inside to drink some more fluids, get some more water in me, if you will. And it's almost like my digestive system just shut down completely and said, no, we're not processing anything anymore. So all of the fluids and all of the water and everything that I was drinking just was not getting digested into my system. So about, I don't know, let's say 2 o'clock in the morning, I finally threw up what felt like 3 gallons of water, and it just went on and on and on and on and wouldn't stop. But I felt an immense feeling of relief, so I went to the doctor the next day. And what sucks about all this is we actually missed my son's college graduation because he was supposed to walk that day, but there we go. I went to the doctor the next day, and he was no help. All he really did was prescribe me an antacid, and then over the next day or two, which we went to Waco for my stepson, he wanted to go to the Dr. Pepper Museum. Over the next day or two, it finally just kind of stopped all on its own. But like I said, the doctor really didn't do anything for me. I kind of, I'm not gonna say healed myself, but I mean, it just kind of went away all on its own, I guess would be the right way of saying it. I feel okay now, but it was probably 2 or 3 days of feeling pretty terrible. It took me almost 2 days to be able to drink anything. I was just barely sipping on water, and if I had any fluids at all, it felt like I was full in a matter of minutes, which obviously isn't good or right, but like I said, our doctors here and where I live are not that great. So at any rate, that's what happened to me. So now all I gotta do is run this black wire up through this frame and wire it to the headlight, and we can start testing. Okay, I have everything kind of temporarily on. It is time to see if the wiring harness works. So let's start by turning the key on. There's my headlight immediately. There is my tail light. I'm going to flip to high beam here. High beam works. Let's try the horn. Horn works. Sorry, that was really loud. Kill switch on. Now it should start. Yep, turn the kill switch off. No starter. There isn't really a neutral safety switch. The neutral safety switch is wired into the starter solenoid. So let's do my rear brake. Oh, there we go. Well, that quit working altogether, which is annoying. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we'll come back to that and let's do the front brake. I think the brakes are pulling just a little bit too much power off the breaker because that popped almost immediately. As soon as I pull that switch, the circuit breaker pops. So I might have to do something about that. Okay, I'm gonna see where this is getting power from and why that's not working. But other than that, everything seems to work, except for the tail light. So I don't know if these are the right size circuit breakers. I think that's why it's popping. It's definitely pulling more than 5 amps, or I have a short in the harness. So, I know what it is. I left the ground loose. That's why it's popping. Well, okay, off camera, I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna see if the taillight. Okay, well, that's probably gonna do it all for this video. I held that ground solid on the taillight, and it's acting really weird. The taillight works, comes on normal, squeeze the front brake light comes on, everything's fine, until you hit the rear brake, at which point it quits working. So maybe this is a ground. I didn't think this was a ground. There might be a short in this brake switch. I don't know. But it seems like whenever I hit the brake switch, the taillight goes out completely. When I hit the foot brake, it goes out completely, and then it'll work for a second, and then the circuit breaker will pop, which tells me there's probably a short here, or there's a short somewhere in this wire, but these wires are just brand new and installed, so that shouldn't be it. But that is gonna do it all for this video. I'm not looming everything just yet. I need to make a very detailed wiring harness with colors and gauges and everything for what's going to every system, so that if I ever sell this motorcycle, which I don't think I will, but if I ever sell this motorcycle, I'm gonna give all of that to the new owner. Here is the wiring diagram as it's installed on the bike. This is what you're dealing with. There's no blinkers, there's no relays, there's whatever, right? But this has not been as enjoyable. I feel like I've probably been working at this wiring harness for about 4 or 5 days. You can see some remnants of the old harness there, and the rest of it laying right up over there next to that Tupperware. So that's gonna do it all for this video. If you enjoyed it, I realize it's a little chopped together because I was between being sick and not. But anyways, if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And as always, go build something and be easy.